Ryan, wake up! We have to do our vlogs.
Comedy.
So it's British Summer Week. It's 1 week
of summer.
So,
And we're doing vlogs.
Yes.
And that's how we roll.
Mhm. So we'll start off on Monday.
Wait, this is our first proper week of directing.
It's our first
proper week
of directing. So on Monday, I had
level 2's first week.
Yeah,
It's me in the morning. In the morning, I had my level 2, which was Jess, and also Curtis stopped by for that lesson as well, because he didn't have a lesson until. Oh yeah, he didn't.
But he came in, to do extra work and stuff. So I basically went over what I was planning. Like, I went over the script and what I wanted Jess to do, like cinematography wise, and who to look at. So like Wes Anderson, cinematographer. His name escapes me, can't remember. But he has quite a lot of like symmetry within shots and stuff, which is an angle that I would like to approach in my directors, because I'm filming mine, and so yeah. We went over the script. Curtis got an understanding of who his character was, and what emotions was going through the character's mind at certain points in the storyline and stuff like that. I had Jess also sign her contract. Becky was supposed to. Do you want to go for your morning
I'll
first?
go for that.
Yeah, your morning.
So in my morning, I had Adam, because he's only level 2. And I went through the contract with him, but because I've run out of printing on my account, I can't make him sign it. So I printed it off at home instead.
Yeah.
So I just went through the basic rules and told him I'd bring it in for him to sign. Then I just explained my piece to him, so he got an understanding and what his role is. Then for like an hour and 20, I showed him all these different types of like hosts. So we started off with Jimmy Carr on 8 out of 10 cats, and the way he approaches his contestants, and it's all very joke, or offensive.
Yeah.
And then we looked at Stephen Mulhern. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Stephen Mulhern. Yeah.
On catchphrase, we looked at him, and the way he's more like calm, and he doesn't always do jokes like every 2 seconds. But he does do jokes like now and then, and Adam liked.
He's more of a responsive comedian.
Yeah, he does like jokes when he feels appropriate instead of taking over the whole show. And Adam said he liked his style better than Jimmy Carr's, I think. Then we looked at Bradley Walsh, and the ones where he's always like laughing.
Yeah.
And I said, even if Adam like laughs for the audience, it's not gonna like spoil the show.
It'll enhance it.
Yeah, it can like.
Yeah, it shows the host is enjoying it with the audience, and like it shows a connection between the performance and the audience.
So I just explained that to him. Then we looked at Joe Wilkinson.
Yeah, Joe Wilkinson's good.
I think it's actually my first proper time looking at him as well, to be honest. Jordan came in and was like, for like a second, he had a breakthrough English. He was like, look at Joe Wilkinson. Like, he's very like, the costumes he wears are pretty funny. And he always like...
He's like an off the wall comedian. Yeah. Like, he takes things to the extreme.
The next level.
But in a funny way where you're not like offended, but you're also not expecting it, and it also is kind of offensive, but not because he's diffused it with humour.
Yeah, It's really good the way he does it. Then we looked at the two from Pointless. The two ones I don't like, but I can't think of the names.
I don't watch Pointless.
I
find it
don't.
pointless.
And I was like, I don't want him to be like the host of Pointless, because both of them are dead like boring and they're quite morbid. And he agreed, thankfully. Then for the rest, we just like spoke about Lee Ompingen and how he needs to like open the game show pretty much, and like he needs to get like all the rules across to the audience so they understand.
Make it clear and precise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we didn't get onto like devising that lesson.
Yeah.
That's more explaining it to them.
So I'll go into my afternoon of that day.
Yeah.
So Becky wasn't in because of a reason. She had a valid reason, which I didn't know at the time, and I was kind of frustrated that she didn't tell me really at the time, which she could have, but it's the past now, so can't fault it. But so me and Curtis just basically went over the script again. I'd shown Curtis a few things that I wanted him to do within the thingy, but Curtis has a very good understanding of what I want and my vision, so I didn't have to take too much of his time, really. So yeah, that's basically it. Oh
yeah, we only had him for like an hour and a half, didn't we?
and I went after that. I went with Mia because her cast were nowhere to be seen. So we was discussing plans, what we could do as like contingency plans. So
In my afternoon, for the first half an hour, Jordan had like an issue, so I just left him to it and let him calm down or whatever it was, and I just set Connor off on a task, which was to learn the left and right brain sign.
yeah.
So we just kept going over that, but then Jordan came back in. He felt refreshed, and he was in the right mind frame. So then they both went over the song like 3 or 4 times, and they did it pretty well. They just have to work on the end bit where it gets quite fast.
Yeah.
So that's the only bit they need to work on. Then we finished completing the Family Fortunes parody, and we adapted it. We adapted it to like the English version, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So people over it. So people who watch it will understand, because people didn't know what Family Feud was.
Because the inspiration we took it from was from an Australian comic group thing. Yeah.
And we changed to like they say Grant Denyer, don't they? For their host. And we changed it to the Birmingham K, who does the Family Fortunes one here.
Yeah.
So we've spent like half an hour doing that. That was pretty easy to do. They did it well. They just have to use the space more, is what I'll say, and Jordan needs to project.
Yeah.
Then after that we just went over left brain, right brain one more time, and then that one, and it flowed quite well. They take the feedback on board, which is great.
That's good.
Then that was the end of my lesson, to be honest.
Alright. Should we get what day are we on?
We're on Tuesday now.
On Tuesday.
We have to do both of them.
Yeah.
So in the morning, me and Josh Townsend had to do our presentations, didn't we?
Yeah.
But because I forgot my sheets, because I thought we was doing the presentations on Monday, so I brought it in then, and I left it somewhere. So, but when I came in Tuesday, I already know my presentation off by heart. What was it filmed? The presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just covered all the key points, and these guys wrote
Gave
feedback.
Yeah.
The presentation's on YouTube, so I'll put it in like the link on the blog if you to see it. Then we had that discussion, didn't we?
Yeah, then we had a discussion. As I mentioned before, like me and Mia were like talking about contingency and what else we could do, and so we had this discussion where all the directors sat down and voiced their opinions on how directors were going up until this like point.
Even though it's been one
Even though
day.
it's been one day, there has been obviously quite a lot of trouble because of like, the time frame in which we've got to work with, really. So we went around, voiced our thing. My thing was about Becky and me not believing she really wanted to have a committed role within my piece and stuff, and Mia was the same, but with Jake. So we came up with the plan of doing a I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of thing, where I perform in her. I perform in her. I perform in hers, and she performs in mine as
A bit lower, actually.
as the main characters. So, like
Lower.
Yeah.
There you are. That's it. Thank you.
So yeah, and if Becky didn't want to be in mine, she could have been in Josh Townsend's as Miss Lioness or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, because he's missing a character because Lauren's left.
Yeah.
So, Springer. Then after that, we had the level 2s, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And did you have Jess? Was she?
Yeah.
I'll explain it. So with Adam, for the first hour until like 11, I was just going over. We devised the opening bit and introducing the silent round and the left and right brain round.
Mm.
But we need Jordan and Conor there with him, so we've got all these lines out of the way, and we've got some jokes in there which we need to test out.
Yeah.
Obviously, because you don't know if it'll be funny.
Yeah, true.
So I said to Adam, we might have to go through like tons of jokes until we find the right one for the bits, and he said he was fine with that. So I recorded like loads of his attempts, then I gave feedback every time he did it, and it was more about him slowing down, right? Because sometimes he seems to rush his lines when he don't need to, and he tends to fidget a little bit as well.
And as we know, comedy is all about timing. I'm sorry.
So yeah.
Okay. True.
So we created the opening and the introduction to some rounds. Then for the rest of the lesson, we looked at props and costumes. You might want and why. Then that's it really. Can't really do much with Adam.
Well, what I did with Jess was I basically bullet pointed most of the scenes and stuff and what I wanted her to like. I made her watch a few videos on YouTube about different film techniques and stuff, like movement in a shot and how movement can affect the mise-en-scène of the whole scene, and how I want to sort of incorporate that, and how foreshadowing is effective and stuff. So, she seemed to get it slightly, but Jess has this problem where she gets distracted very easily, which isn't a problem because I'm willing to like go back and forth and be like, yeah, Jess. Well, yeah, so Jess was obviously distracted as she is, but brought her back quite a few times to focus. Problem was, I shown her a PDF on different camera techniques and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, like skim through it, and because I've already read it, and I wanted to gauge what she thought about it's like an article thing, but she just read the first line and then tried to tell me about it, which kind of was a bit weird, but I was like, no, please just read through it. I might have to do that again with her, because I don't think she read through it. Because I got dragged away at one point. That was all, so. Oh, they got dragged away. They had English or something, didn't they? Yeah.
Possibly.
Something like that. Right, so then we go on to the evening with the level 3s.
Yeah, I love that she just spoke. So in the afternoon, I had Jordan and Connor, and for the first hour something, we worked on the towel dance, but I put the towels in my bag in the morning, but I forgot to bring it in. So we used like really thin sheets of material instead.
Yeah.
And we started practicing with those, but it was really hard. It was really hard for them to do, but they did quite well with them, considering it was too thin to grab hold of. I think they need to work on, more Jordan, being focused, because he can get distracted. Because I was working in Geo 5, and people are in the craft room, and sometimes they would go in when I said not to. But going on to the towel dance, they picked it up quite well. Because we did the first 50 seconds. We had to leave out of some moves because we can't do it with the material. But yeah, they just picked up. I didn't record it. It's the thing, because my iPad died and I went to record it. So I'm trying to explain. They just danced naked behind the towel, pretty much.
Yeah.
They got to cover obviously.
It was very burlesque style, where you obviously don't show your genitalia or anything like that. It's more of the art of hiding it, but seductively hiding it, kind of thing.
Yeah, in a funny way.
In a funny way, yeah.
Then we show them back. People seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was very out there as well, because there was in the box.
Oh yeah, I was like, you don't have to rehearse fully in your boxes yet, but they're like, no, we'll do it anyway. So
they're comfortable with it, which is good to see.
I would say they was committed to it and they're comfortable. Then obviously we show them back and people was like, yeah, it was good. I can't remember. Then Savannah said something about using umbrellas or something else.
Yeah.
And we said we'll take that on board for the rest of the days. Then when I went, then after the show back, we practiced everything. So the towel dance, left and right brain, and the Family Fortunes one, and we just kept rehearsing those until we improving them every time. So if we get a bit wrong, we'll start from the beginning, then do it. If we get it wrong again, back to the beginning.
Yeah.
So then they know it.
Repetition of, yeah.
Because I seem to find that works.
It's like learning your muscle memory, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you do something wrong, you do it again.
Then we had to go back in the theatre to watch you guys. So
Yeah.
that's what we did.
So leading on for that, what I did, I first had a sit down with Becky and Curtis to, obviously discuss my feelings in relation to commitment to the piece, like, Becky especially, and I was reassured that she was committed. It was just she was confused why I wanted her over the holiday period, but I explained it, and she was like, "Oh, sorry." So bygones be bygones. We moved past that. I tried to show some of the script to Becky, but I unfortunately couldn't because I couldn't log on to Google Drive because of how restrictive our college's internet is for some reason. So I showed her a few videos and stuff of things I had took inspiration from to make my piece. So I had like the Bob clip up and a Japanese animation called Fukuro, which all dealt with losing someone you love to time and to different things, and she understood that, and we talked a bit about the piece and what I wanted and all that kind of stuff. But when I shone back, I had Curtis read the first page of my script, so the opening segment, which is a pretty meaty monologue about how people have this kind of made up self, kind of. We don't really see people how they actually are because they show only a little % of themselves to us. We can't really figure out how much a person has moulded their their daily life, their personality, that they show us, stuff like that. So you perform that pretty well. It just sat down because it was an internal monologue. I got asked questions about where that came from and if I wrote it, and I was like, yeah, I wrote it. I was like, oh, well done. Daniela asked me about how it would be displayed because I would obviously be filming it. And I said I would make a montage and have the beats of the monologue coincide with the montage or whatever, which I think would be effective, because it's effective in most films I've seen. Yeah, so that was basically it for that day.
Okay, yeah. On
Wednesday.
wait, no. Oh yes, someone, a couple of people asked me, will they actually be in the nude?
Oh, yeah.
Will they be wearing boxes. But I don't know. Obviously, we'll be wearing something
Well,
because you can't have them naked.
I heard a suggestion from Daniela.
Oh wait, the nude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they're wearing actually. Yeah. So they'll be wearing like nude skin coloured boxes.
Yeah.
So it looks like
So
that was Tuesday. Wednesday
So,
we didn't
Wednesday there was no directors, but we did do
meet. Yeah.
Fringe in the afternoon.
Me, Josh, and Michael did Fringe.
We are doing Lip Bum 2. We did Lip Bum 1 last year, which is Lip Bum. It stands for Laughter is the Best Medicine.
Could you explain that?
It's a sketch comedy show. That'll be our second year this year. We're basically, going through little sketches that we can do and where to place them and the structure of Lip Bum 2, because we've only just started it literally that day, didn't we?
Yeah, we did end up doing
4?
3 or 4.
Well, we basically done 4. We got started on the 4th.
Oh yeah, we did actually. We got
the opening.
The opening, the boom,
Bloody Boom, yeah.
that one. Then hey Mike.
Oh wait, we've done 5.
Well, we got up to the 5th.
We got up to the 5th. Yeah, we were so productive and we forgot about it. Right, so we.
Well, okay, let's explain. We started off with the opening sketch.
Yeah.
Which is where
we're mourning the death of Lip Bum 1, and we take it in a comedic way.
And we start like dancing.
We start dancing because the music changes up halfway through, and we're confused, but then we start dancing and stuff. Yeah.
So it's like an upbeat opening.
Yeah.
Then that leads into was doing some audience participation. Explaining to the people
who we are, basically, and we've got something and stuff like that, which we can't say just yet. Mm-hmm.
Then that leads into our first sketch, which is I don't know what it's called. This one. It's like about a dog and.
Let's just call it the movie trailer.
It's a movie trailer, basically.
It's like one of those stereotypical movie trailers where it's like, he is the biggest hunk and he is the biggest dog.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
It's like that. Yeah. We just then after that leads into one called Smoker's Tree.
Smoker's Tree, where it's about these high school kids or whatever smoking under a smoker's tree.
Because it makes them cool.
It makes them cool. And it's obviously a comedic twist.
Then that one leads into Bikey Awards.
Yeah. I'm a bikey man from a bikey gang.
Living in...
Wait. We'll save that.
Then after that one, it leads into a MasterChef sketch. Which we still we got onto, but we need more time.
Yeah.
For that one, 'cause it's harder than it looks.
Yeah.
So we did do quite a lot. Actually.
We did quite a lot, yeah.
And in this rehearsal, we was just rehearsing on our own.
Well, we had Mia in the corner.
Well, Mia was helping in the corner,
yeah.
But we didn't get distracted around,
yeah.
And we did quite a lot. So.
Yeah, because when we're focused, we are focused.
Yeah.
We're like an arrow. We just go. We never. Oh, actually, arrows drop. We're like a nuke. Sure, we go.
And we're explosive.
We're explosive, yeah. We go out with a bang.
What's different?
My crown went out with a bang.
I didn't mean to hit it with my cat. Right.
The granddad was banging. No.
The difference between the first Laughter is Best Medicine and this one is This one's go like flow mo into each sketch.
Yeah.
So it's not stop start.
Because last time it was like lights on, lights off, lights on, lights off. Now it's just gonna go. We'll do one sketch, and then that would straight away lead into the other.
Yeah. It'll be more professional.
Yeah.
And it's going to be less of our masturbation fest. But there's no because last year it was full of masturbation.
Mm-hmm.
So this year it's going to be like less rude, I think.
Yeah, and we're gonna strip. No, we're not gonna strip. We're gonna strip back on the props, the amount of props we use, because
we don't want.
last year we used so much, and
Sometimes we forgot.
sometimes we forgot them. Sometimes we had mishaps with them, and they made some scenes pretty awkward last year.
So yeah, we don't have any props we need up to now. We need like flowers. That's
And a tombstone. Yeah. We need a tombstone.
Yeah.
Which is easy, paper mache. I'll learn it off that attack.
So
It's a funeral episode. Did you ever see it?
no. So yeah, that's what we did Wednesday. Then after that, we just finished, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Then Thursday, you can go.
Right, Thursday. So we went in. We were told to sit down with the level 2s because they had their box thing, but we was going to learn about directing techniques, but I was more wanting to just get on with directors because I've got a vision and I want to stick to it. So we all went out after like 10 minutes of being in there watching them warm up. So I headed out into the forest with Curtis and Becky and filmed like various little snapshot scenes for a montage where they're getting like closer and closer together and their relationships blossoming and stuff like that. So Becky in some shots was kind of awkward, and also Curtis was. He also was sort of like jokingly messing about, but it was okay. It didn't affect the thing. It actually made it, more enjoyable to work with him on that. I climbed up hills. I got